They say intelligence is a gift. But what they don't often say is that it can also be a heavy burden. Beneath the surface of high intellect, behind the academic accomplishments and quick wit, there is often a quiet, persistent feeling of disconnection. This is the loneliness that many intelligent people feel but rarely speak about. From the outside, the intelligent often appear composed, capable, and self-sufficient. People admire them, seek their opinions, rely on their knowledge, and assume that they must be satisfied with their lives. But inside, many of them carry a sense of emotional isolation that has nothing to do with physical solitude. It's not about being alone in a room, it's about feeling alone in thought, perspective, and emotional experience. The roots of this loneliness are complex and multifaceted. One major factor is the difference in perception and processing. Intelligent individuals often process information quickly and deeply. They notice patterns, inconsistencies, and subtleties that others miss. Conversations that others find satisfying may seem shallow or even tedious to them. Small talk, which serves as social glue for many people, can feel like a chore to someone who craves deeper, more meaningful dialogue. This creates a sense of being out of sync with the world around them. This feeling can begin early in life. A gifted child may realize, perhaps long before their peers, that they think differently. They may ask questions that adults can't answer or that other children find confusing. They may prefer books to playgrounds, introspection to games. While their peers bond over shared interests, the intellectually curious child might find it difficult to relate to others. This early experience of difference often sets the stage for a lifetime of feeling out of place. As they grow older, intelligent individuals often become adept at masking this disconnection. They learn to navigate social norms, to engage in the expected forms of communication. They can be charming, witty, even extroverted. But the underlying feeling remains, that very few people truly understand them. This can lead to a phenomenon known as camouflaging, presenting a socially acceptable version of oneself while hiding one's true thoughts and feelings. This camouflaging takes a toll. It requires mental and emotional energy to constantly filter oneself, to translate one's thoughts into more digestible fragments. Over time, this can lead to exhaustion and a deep yearning for authenticity. The irony is that while intelligent people often excel in communication, they may feel that no one is truly listening to the most important parts of what they want to express. Another factor contributing to this loneliness is the challenge of finding intellectual equals. True connection often arises from shared experience and mutual understanding. But when your thoughts move faster or in more abstract directions than those around you, that shared space becomes hard to find. You might long to discuss existential dilemmas, philosophical paradoxes, or the nuances of human behavior, only to find that others prefer lighter, more immediate concerns. The intelligent person may begin to feel that their inner world is too vast, too intense, or too strange for most people to understand. There is also the paradox of self-awareness. Intelligence often brings with it a heightened ability to reflect, not just on the external world, but on oneself. While this can lead to personal growth, it can also result in overthinking, rumination, and existential dread. Intelligent individuals may question the meaning of their existence, the purpose of their relationships, or the nature of reality itself. These are not easy questions to live with, and they can lead to a profound sense of isolation, especially when those around them are content not to ask them at all. Moreover, intelligent people are often highly empathetic, which adds another layer to their loneliness. They can sense subtle emotional shifts in others, understand the unspoken tensions in a room, and feel deeply affected by the pain of others. But this heightened empathy is not always reciprocated. They may give emotional support freely, yet receive little in return. They might be praised for their strength and insight, even as they silently carry their own emotional burdens. In romantic relationships, this dynamic can become particularly painful. The intelligent person might crave a partner who not only stimulates their mind but also meets them emotionally. They may seek depth, complexity, and honesty, but instead encounter relationships that feel performative or superficial. When they do express their inner world, they might be told they are too much or too intense. Over time, this reinforces the belief that they must hide parts of themselves to be loved, perpetuating the cycle of loneliness. The workplace can also be a source of isolation. While intelligence can lead to career success, it can also create distance. Colleagues may feel threatened or intimidated. The intelligent individual may be held to higher standards, their mistakes scrutinized more harshly. They may feel the need to downplay their ideas to avoid alienating others, or to keep their insights to themselves because they fear being misunderstood or rejected. This stifles not only creativity but also the sense of belonging. Social media and modern culture often exacerbate these feelings. In a world dominated by quick content, short attention spans, and surface-level interactions, the intelligent person may feel like an outsider. They may struggle to find community, to feel seen or heard. The endless scroll can become a reminder not of connection, but of disconnection. They may wonder, is there anyone else who thinks like me? But here is the truth that offers some hope. This kind of loneliness is not a defect, it's a signal. It means your mind is alive, your thoughts are deep, and your heart is open. It means that you are sensitive to the dissonance between what is and what could be. That you feel lonely not because you are broken, but because you are whole in a world that often values fragmentation. There are ways to bridge this loneliness. One is to seek out others who share your depth, not in quantity, but in quality. Sometimes, one kindred spirit is worth more than 100 acquaintances. Joining communities focused on meaningful discussion, literature, art, or philosophy can create spaces for genuine connection. Therapy or mentorship can also help, providing places where your thoughts and feelings are met with respect and curiosity. Another key is to practice self-compassion. Intelligent people often hold themselves to impossibly high standards. They may feel that they should be able to solve their loneliness through logic or willpower. But loneliness is not a problem to be solved, it is an emotion to be honored. Allowing yourself to feel it, without shame, is the first step to transforming it. Creativity can also be a refuge. Writing, painting, composing music, these are all ways to give voice to your inner world. In doing so, you not only connect with yourself more deeply, but you also send out a signal to others who might feel the same way. Sometimes, the art we make becomes the bridge between our solitude and someone else's. And finally, remember this. You are not as alone as you feel. There are countless others who feel this same disconnection, who ask the same questions, who walk through the world with the same quiet ache in their chest. Your loneliness is your mind's way of seeking resonance. And that resonance is out there, waiting to be found. Intelligence is not the cause of loneliness, but it can intensify the experience. It can sharpen the contrast between what we long for and what we have. But with awareness, intention, and courage, intelligent individuals can turn that contrast into clarity. They can find ways to connect, not by dimming their light, but by finding others who burn just as brightly. And maybe that's what the lonely brilliance of intelligence is really for, not to separate us, but to lead us toward the deeper connections we were always meant to find.